Look, I'm coming into the land of the giants. The giant corn, the giant tomato plants are as tall as, what, 6 foot plus?
Yeah.
The sunflower seed, he's got to be hitting 9 foot.
Hummingbirds doing, 2 hummingbirds battling. Well, there goes
Oh, yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah, up on the fence.
Yeah, one went that way. There it goes, he's chasing after him.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
Battling birds.
My God, look at the size of these tomato plants. Oh, my God, look at walking through here. Jesus. 10,000 tomatoes. Well, there's all the dead bodies from the cherry tomato plant. It's getting so big he's pulling them down to the ground. And our Brussels sprouts are taking a big hit from worms. There's the watermelons. There's her lone pepper plant. She's having a tough time because we try to get rid of elder bug beetles and hurt the soil by doing it. And her eggplant and squash. Her green beans and her cucumbers. Every year's a learning experience. Here's the ponytail, looks like mine. Corn. Here's the green thumb.
Yeah.
What do you call them flowers there again?
Echinacea.
Echinacea, sunflowers. Land of the giant corn. Not bad for Saturday morning.
I'm on critter.
What are you looking for?
Japanese beetles and tomato hornworms. I take them for a swim.
Oh, what do you got in there?
Soapy water.
Oh, you put them in soapy water? Let's see.
Yeah. We've got a collection of people in there.
Oh, man.
A couple of hornworms, all kinds of Japanese beetles.
Not
they
easy,
don't swim
huh?
well.
Not easy, huh?
Yeah.
Cucumbers are taking a hit. So you're thinking that's all from that spraying them elder bug beetles?
Yeah.
Box elder beetles, whatever the hell you call them.
I think so. Too much soap.
They treated the soil for the season. It's amazing how it kills the box elder beetles, but you gotta let it go a year to plant anything in it to make it. No, you gotta wait. You gotta let this.
Well,
you gotta let that stuff.
I may have had too much soap in the concentration, you know.
You mean you added more power?
Yeah.
To the solution?
Instant impact. Ah.
But this is Allison's garden. Look at the fence she made around the outside. I told her she ought to go into business building gardens for people.
Did you see the tomatoes?
Yeah.
You mean the actual tomatoes?
Well, yeah, they're all over the place.
I mean, like that one.
Well, there's one down there. You picked 3,000 of them already.
Yeah, well, a bunch of them are hiding up in.
Yeah. Well, I see the cherry tomato plant is falling over because
they grow so high and then they get too heavy and then they droop.
Yeah, they're all on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, the damn thing would be 15 feet tall.
Yeah, at least.
Maybe we'll have to make some kind of carriage for it next year.
Well, they would do well on a trellis.
Yeah.
You could tie them to a trellis, which is what I've done before. But...
Just you have a pretty face.
No.
See? Nice ponytail.
You're weird.
You're
weird. A whack job.
I'm a whack job.
You must want something. What the hell?
I want something. See, it's always. I always want something. Here she's raising weeds.
Yipper. That's the problem when you got a bad back.
And over here she's got her holly tree and all her little bushes for the bees. It's all about the bees. And here's a butterfly bush she planted, and standing here with, see that white fan in the back? It's a radon fan clearing out all the nasties in the basement. Standing right here, you should smell the fragrance coming off that butterfly bush. And it's only the first year, so hopefully next year it'll really go nuts. And we planted these down here. She's got some wild stuff going right here. Let the bumblebees get all over this plant. There's one in there now. Flying around there.
Oh my
She don't know how to grow anything small and short. Everything has to be like giant. And this plant here is interesting. We got this thing from Al Bailey last year, 3 seed pods, and it turned into this. And we're yet to see flowers on this one yet, but it grows up vines. It's great for growing up a fence. And over here is the other 2 plants. And this is the tree that she planted on behalf of her mom, but it died, so she's going to put it to good use by making it a climbing trellis, showing some flowers. What's this thing called again now?
Hyacinth bean.
Hyacinth bean. And if you put them close enough together, they get those little beans on there, and you pick them off and use them next year. So we probably have to put like 5 or 6 plants around this tree next year to see, it just wants to grow up that whole tree. See, the vine will grow up there and engulf the whole tree. But this plant here is a little bit on the west side, so he's stayed shorter. But these are these beans. They dry out and you pick them and you store them in a plastic bag in a cool place all winter. And then you plant them in the spring, but you got to plant a lot of plants to make them grow. So it's our first year experimenting with this, so hopefully Mama's tree will get a big second life here. And this is her red maple over here.
Unhappy maple.
Called it her unhappy maple.
Yeah.
And this is all her landscaping. Freaking girl's a workaholic.
You gonna show more of my weedy garden?
Hold on. And she did all that rock wall herself. She mows the grass. She won't let me touch the mower. I'm only allowed to fertilize.
You trying to embarrass me?
And she has her bird feeders up there, and all her plants in the front here. She has all her cactus and other stuff up here. She does a nice job, there's no doubt about it.
We saw another hummingbird.
More hummingbirds, good. There's her front yard display. Cactus at the front door, and her wreath, and her swans from Costco, or geese, or whatever the hell they're called. And she has these plants here, and she has this planter she made over here, which is
didn't do well.
doing perfect. What do you mean?
No, the geraniums didn't grow.
Oh well.
And these things didn't bloom.
Maybe they didn't bloom yet.
Nah, they should be blooming all year. I'll see them.
And then she has this over here, this plant.
Yeah, and that didn't do well.
And then we stole a bunch of railroad spikes from the railroad.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out what to do with those things.
Yeah, well, they don't need to be in my driveway.
And then she has these giant spruce trees. They are unbelievable. That tree there is all joined together all the way up. It's two separate trees that found their way together into one. And she has 3 of those. 3 of these giant ones over here. And there's the driveway. My little cream puff ranger.
Dying dogwood tree.
And dying dogwood. Still hanging in there. And this is her rat garden over here. She hasn't paid attention to because of the why.
Huh?
Why'd you pay attention to this?
Well, I got disgusted because of the friggin' groundhogs. It's a pain in the butt trying to work in there with having a fence up.
Yeah, the groundhog was the answer, but we let radishes go to seed. So we'll see how they work next year. Saving the seed.
No, unfortunately, my back just kept me from doing a lot of...
In the backyard is her shed, and then we're going to turn this into a nice patio in the back. We're still in the planning stages of how to do that. And God forbid if we interfere with the roots of her mother tree.
You're right.
She is like big on roots, and don't interfere with the roots. And this is her little hiding spot back here where she hides from her neighbors. Her screens. There's a pile of rock for the patio. There's her clock. So she knows what time I come home from work. And then this is her other little, this is her little area where she does her planting. And she made them out of some vines. She made all these out of vines in the back. And there's her propane tanks, and there's her 2 5-gallon buckets of water for the for the willow tree. And other plants, there's her propane for her backup generator, whole house backup generator in case she loses electricity. And there's her bird feeder, in the kitchen window. And the 2 birds, you can't see the 2 birds in there, but they're looking out at us. Let's wait to them. Hi birdies, here you go. Marianne and Gilligan is the name of our birds. And her little bird bath. And her rain gauge over there. That's her septic system down there. There's her wind gauge up in the sky there in the middle of the screen. And then here's her main bird feeder. And then she goes way back into the jungle back there. And oh, look at this, more plants. Can you imagine? Just more plants. More plants going on here. Another plant. And she's in her shed right now. There's her grill. There's her smoker. There's her hummingbird cage or hummingbird feeder. And there's one down there hanging on the garden right in the middle of the screen. And there's her other bird feeders in the back there. A birdhouse back there, willow tree. And there's her barn in the back that keeps everything real dry and nice. Should have been bigger, right?
Yeah.
And there's Jerry, the neighbor's property up there, who only knows how to kill grass, not mow it. And in the back there, she has a pond, which we dug last year because she had a real bad wet spot. And we're having Bob Cairns come out today. That's why we're taking this video. We're going to have a pond, and we're going to put a horseshoe pond below the pond. That'll be another video. But there's another garden she has down there, beyond that oak tree. What's down in that garden? 3 or 4 butterfly bushes, some grasses. What else you got down in there?
Huh?
What's down in that lower garden?
Oh, cypress trees, burning bushes, butterfly bushes, daylilies.
Trying to make a natural barrier from her neighbor.
Yeah, willow shrubs.
As we look down towards the garden, there is a house beyond all those trees in the garden. Trying to make a natural barrier down there. But she works very hard around here.
Not this year.
The lady walks around this whole entire yard, no shit. And she finds little twigs all over and she picks them up. It's amazing how many twigs she can find in this yard. And what do you got here?
Huh?
What do you got growing here?
Weeds.
Weeds and stilt grass?
Still grass.
And what's this tree?
My sedums that there's finches that are coming here and eating the tops off my sedum. You see, they're starting on the big one now. See how they?
Oh yeah. Peck holes in them.
Yeah, they sit here. They sit on them and they start tearing them apart.
This doesn't look too healthy here.
No, it never has. It's just the way this one grows. They're not a real full tree to begin with.
Well, this is the bush that's going to get moved when we put the pole in it. There's a bird feeder that only is good for a certain weight bird. So when the big birds come here, they can't. They sit on here, they chop them off. The squirrels can't get to them.
Sounds like it's half empty. Is it empty?
No.
Again?
I don't know, maybe.
No.
There's a willow tree that needs water once in a while. And then back here, this has all been fertilized and grass is growing real nice back in here.
Dead wood.
And back out in here, all it's grass now back and beyond this. The vines are pulled out. More stuff got cut back. See, look at her. She notoriously picks up wood.
Oh.
Look, don't forget them other 3. Here, let me point one out to you.
Oh yeah.
Here, don't forget that one right there.
Yeah. Okay. I won't.
Here,
I won't
move
forget it.
Oh, there's 2 more. Grab them.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget this one there.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
how about
boss.
this one? How about this one?
Yeah, boss. I'm
Right there.
getting there.
Let me look around real quick.
You want to bend over so I have a place to put this?
No, that won't fit. Okay, well, we'll cut this video off for the next one. Look at the sun rays shining through the trees. This beautiful, humid morning. We got grass growing back under those trees real nice, finally. Okay, we're going to cut this video off for the next one. Goodbye.